All right, guys, F1 is upon us yet again, and I guess I just couldn't stay away any longer here. This is not F1 2015, this is F1 2014 running a F1 2016 mod, basically. So, obviously, F1 2015, people had a lot of trouble modding that because of the encryption of the files there. Also, there was a lot of stuff that I never really liked about F1 2015. First of all, it was released with a ton of bugs. And it took a while to get all that sorted out. Eventually, I'm pretty sure they did. But I gotta admit, the lack of content had basically taken so much away for me in terms of F1 2015 at that time. So I never really bothered getting back into it. One of the things that people, who've been following this channel since I started is one of the things that I really like doing is installing realistic damage mods. And the damage model in 2015 was everything but realistic. I mean, what could you really do? I mean, you could knock off a couple of wheels. You could break your front wing. You couldn't break your rear wing. That would never happen. I didn't see it happen anyway. And you could just see one ludicrous crash after another, and seemingly nothing happened to the cars involved. And it's quite obvious, that the AI in F1 2015 just wasn't geared for any sort of damage model that would actually even resemble anything realistic here. So obviously they had to cut some corners. They did, and in my case, it just turned out to be not to be all that interesting going back into it. But, this is not going to be an F1 2015 rant. This is F1 2014. I'm just going to be doing 50% Melbourne race here, the Australian Grand Prix. And being a Dane myself here, I'm going to take a seat with Kevin Magnussen and see if we can't outperform our teammate Joyland Palmer there. So, that's going to be interesting to see. But bear with me, guys. I've been away from this game for so long, I can't remember. It must be... well, I don't think I've played it ever since F1 2015 came out, so it's probably something around 8 or 9 months, really. So I am so rusty like you wouldn't believe it. And just seeing the way I run wide in certain corners here on the qualifying lap, oh man, I'm going to be lucky just to make it into the top 10. That's not going to happen. 130, 131, 132. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Ah, shit. Oh, this is brutal. I'm going to be staying out for an additional lap here, see if I can improve on this, because this was probably some of the worst driving I've ever done. And I really needed a fix of motorsports lately. Most of my efforts have gone into NHL 16 lately, because basically what happened, I was doing a Project Cars career, and that was going fine. I was in Season 3. I started out in Formula B, worked my way up to Formula A, won the championship the first season. And then, Season 3's humming along fine. Everything's going the way it's supposed to. But I'm not sure what happened to Project Cars, but all of a sudden we just got so many patches. I think we had something like 3 or 4 patches the first 6 months. And then all of a sudden we got something like 5 or 6 patches within a span of 2 months. I couldn't keep up in the end. Every time I checked, there was a new patch. And in patch 9, I believe it was, I think there was a bug of some sorts. I'm not really sure what happened, whether or not it was career specific or what. But the fact of the matter is, the last race I did in my Project Cars career mode, all of a sudden the AI stopped pitting. They did not go in for tires no matter what I did. I've tried everything, increase the tire wear, everything I could think of just to get these guys to pit, and it's not going to happen. And it doesn't appear as though anybody's going to be fixing it anytime soon. And until they do that, I'm not going to be going back to Project Cars. So I got to do something here. And basically what I've come up with here is installing, okay, that's an improvement. Not a very big improvement, but still, thank God for small mercies, and just crashing into, who was that? Carlos Sainz, all right. Well, so anyway, just going back to some sort of driving game here, and then, I chose F1 2014 because at this point in time, you actually have some interesting F1 2016 mods out there. So I'm going to be trying this one. I'm going to be taking the seat with Kevin Magnussen here at Albert Park and see how this one goes. It's going to be a 50% race. Hope you enjoy this one, guys. All right, so looking at the qualifying result here, not what I expected, I got to say, starting 14th on the grid. But the good news is my teammate is starting down in 16th, and we got Felipe Massa outperforming Nico Hulkenberg for second. Okay, and man, we got Lewis Hamilton all the way down in 12th spot there, 129 something. I'm not really sure what's up with this mod here, because I am running Legend AI, and seemingly Looked like the pole position guy there, Felipe Massa, he was at 128 something, which is like well off the stock F1 2014 pace there. But it matters not. We are ready for the start here. Okay, getting out of the gate nicely here. Hamilton pretty much standing still. I can understand why he had a crappy qualifying. If that's the way he's going to drive here, we're going to have a look down the inside here, see if we can. Oh, almost being brake checked by Vettel there. We have to go down the inside into the gravel bed there, but managing to make up a couple positions in the process there. Ricciardo's right ahead of us, but no, we got a Haas on our left shoulder here of, who is that? Grosjean, all right, dive bombing down the inside of 3 or 4 cars here heading into turn 3. And that was one of the things you could always do here in F1 2014. I guess there's not too much you can do about that considering the way the AI is just designed in this game here. It wasn't quite as easy in F1 2015. That was one of the good things about F1 2015, the general AI and the feistiness of the AI and how they would basically fight you for position here. But so far we are up into P7 here. Very nice start indeed, but at the moment we got a bit of a train of cars just getting away from us ever so slightly here because we are oversteering left and right here. This car is fuel heavy like crazy, and I haven't been practicing with a fuel heavy car in this game here for months really, and again missing the apex completely here as we come through the chicane sort of thing. Oh, what the heck just happened there? If you look at the mini track, somebody just had a mishap. It appears that Hamilton is out of the race. We're down to 21 cars, 18 cars, 17. Oh, man. Holy cow. Now, that's where I missed the F1 2015 replays here because we'd be able to go in and basically see what happened right behind us there. But I think we were too far ahead to see anything. I didn't touch anybody. I didn't feel anybody touching me either, so I'm not really sure what happened. But lap 1 status, we are up into P7 from P14. Not bad at all. Lap 4, just as we go purple here, as you can see, Daniil Kvyat is still about 4 seconds up the road from us. Daniel Ricciardo is way behind us right there. He's about 9 seconds back as it is right now. He must have been involved in that crash somehow. I don't think he's been into pit, but because we haven't made up any positions yet, but he must have gotten caught behind that train of cars there and running wide yet again here, heading into the chicane. Oh, somebody's going very slowly indeed here, and that is Kvyat as he just seems to park the car, and we are down to 15 cars running, and we have a safety car coming out. And as we join the queue here right behind Perez, we're up to P6 already, and this definitely could be a blessing in disguise for us. Or not a blessing in disguise, just a blessing really, because this particular batch of cars, you know, the leading 5 cars or so, we're starting to get away from us. We didn't have a good couple of first laps there, so this is definitely exactly what we needed. I'm gonna head in. I'm gonna go make my first pit stop here. We were due to come in and make the change to another set of option tires on lap 8. So I'm going to go ahead and jump the gun here 3 laps early. I'm going to be on fresh tires once the race gets back underway, and hopefully I'm not going to be losing much time doing it. Obviously, I'm going to be way behind the rest of the pack there, way down into P16. Why is Kvyat? Okay, so Kvyat is... I'm not sure. Okay, so we got 15 running cars, yet Kvyat is still listed as being 16. All right. I'm not really sure how that works out. Anyway, we are going to be rejoining the pack right behind Gutierrez here, and basically, I think this is probably the best we could get out of this situation right here. I'm expecting some of these guys to come in and make their pit stop within the next couple of laps, and as the race restarts, like I said, we're going to be on fresh tires here, and here we go. See what happens here. Gutierrez pulling away. All right, so we're not going to be putting him under any pressure right here, but hopefully I'm thinking we're going to be having, if we can stay close, we're going to have, oh, running wide yet again here. That didn't seem to help with the new tires. As you can see there, I'm not sure who was going in. It looked like Ricciardo was going into pit. Oh, almost crashing into the back of Gutierrez. He almost stood still coming out of the final turn there, and Alonso is trying to pull away from us. We're having trouble catching up here. See if we can't go down the inside here. Having to run through the gravel pit one more time there, but making the move stick, even though we probably should have gotten the warning for that, as we are up into P12 right behind Verlaine there. And see if we can outbreak this guy here heading into turn 3 right on the exhaust of Bottas. What's Bottas doing down in P10? I'm not really sure. Let's see if we can't get DRS. Oh, what's he doing? I mean, he's just extending through the corner, seemingly just giving me the room there. I didn't touch him, but it appears that he saw me coming in the mirrors or just decided to get out of the way. We're going to have the benefit of DRS right now, see if we can't pull away from this guy here. And we're going to have that on the second straight as well. Hopefully that means we're going to be able to open up a gap big enough, bigger than 1 second, meaning he won't have DRS, and we might have a chance of staying ahead of him. Lap 12, currently trying to chase down Sebastian Vettel. He's about 7.5 seconds up the road, but the good news is we've opened up quite a nice gap down to Bottas. He's almost 3 seconds down on us right now. And as you can see there, we still have Raikkonen all over us from behind here. Can't afford to make any mistakes, especially on these dead tires here. We are coming in for a set of primes here, our second and last stop at the end of this lap here, and I just want to keep Raikkonen behind us if I possibly can, because I got a feeling this guy's going to be coming in to make his pit stop as well. And as you can see there, Rosberg is closing the gap on Raikkonen right now because we're holding him up. There's no doubt in my mind, obviously the Ferrari is a heck of a lot faster than the Renault, and if he's running off rich mix as well, I'm not trying to save fuel here, but as you can see there, my tires are pretty dead. But I'm just on the neutral mix and just almost losing the car here coming out of the turn. We're going to be heading into the pits here, and Raikkonen staying out, but Rosberg coming in to make his pit stop there. Okay, so the question is, who is going to be fastest in the pits? Because if Rosberg makes a quick pit stop, I make a long one, he might just jump us in the pits here. It's going to be interesting to see. All right, here we go. Okay, 3.7, and he's right on our exhaust here. I got a feeling he's going to be going at us hot and heavy as we come back out on track here. We are currently in P3. Got a couple of guys. We got our teammate Palmer there. Okay, so oh, Bottas coming right back there. I thought we had him. I thought he was braking early, but we are back on track in P6. Skipping right ahead to lap 25 here. This is going to turn into lap 26, as a matter of fact. We have Rosberg right behind us, putting us under heavy pressure. He's got Vettel right behind him. And currently, we are no match for the Mercedes and the Ferrari. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Oh, man, that's what's so annoying about F1 2014. I'm not sure what happened there, but apparently there was contact. Oh, almost losing the back end. I can't really concentrate right now. I'm so focused on what happened behind me. And there you have it, boys. Kimi Raikkonen is taking the win here today at Albert Park. I managed to take second place. Well helped on my way by that safety car there early in the race. And obviously, a truckload of cars just crashing out, even though it didn't seem as though had anything to do with contact between cars. And, you know, seemingly Kvyat just pulled over to the side. He didn't appear as though he touched anybody. And I'm not sure what happened to Lewis Hamilton. He was right behind me when 5 cars went out of the race. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure what happened to Nico Rosberg or Sebastian Vettel either. That must have been contact, because they just both seemed to pull off in the same corner. And, you know, that's just too much of a coincidence for both of them to have mechanical failures at the same time there. But anyway, Kimi Raikkonen, like I said, taking the win here today. I take second place. My teammate Palmer taking 5th. And just look at all of the DNFs there. Man, there's going to be some constructors out there not happy today. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like or subscribe to this channel for more F1 2014, 15, 16, whatever you want to call it action. I'm guessing this is going to be a recurring event of sorts, at least until F1 2016 hits the streets. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I reckon I'm going to be doing one for each race on the calendar, or at least until F1 2016 comes out, whenever that is. And yeah, we got Bahrain coming up this weekend, so that's going to be a good opportunity to get an additional race under my belt. So be sure to check back soon. Bye-bye.